Hi everyone, I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and every once in a while in crochet there are these defining moments, and I really think that this board is one of them. This is so beautiful. I just love this. I've just been walking it around the office, and this is to introduce a series of flower videos that we're doing here on YouTube. And we're going to do videos on every single one of these flowers, and then there's going to be several other flowers also. And most of these were done with worsted weight yarn, and all different brands of yarn were used for this. And I just think it's really beautiful. Look at this. And so it's a great way to use up scraps. And this one flower down at the bottom, let me see, I gotta go this way. The pink one here, I made it big enough so you could actually put like a little votive candle in the middle. And you could use these like to decorate scarves or hats or just anything, placemats, anything. I just love these things. So anyway, well, we're going to take you to a close-up lesson, and Christina is going to show you how to make the flowers. And please, please, please subscribe to our channel and like and share our videos because it really helps us out a lot. Thanks a lot for watching.
Hey everybody, it's Christina from maggiescrochet.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this Valentine's flower. This is a big flower. As you can see, it's about 8 or 9 inches in diameter. I used 3 different yarns for this. I've got my variegated yarn. It's called Valentine. It's from the Deborah Norville Everyday Soft Worsted Weight collection, and it's great. It's got all these kinds of pinks and reds and a little bit of purple and some kind of orangey coral tones in it as well. And then I've got 2 coordinating solid colors. I've got a purple and then I've got a light pink that I'll be using as well. This is all worsted weight yarn, and I'm using a size I hook. And other than that, you'll just need some scissors for your ends and a yarn needle to weave all those in. All right, let's get started. With your darker solid color, so for me that's my purple, chain 2, and then in the second chain from the hook, so the one closest to my slip knot here, I'm going to work 8 single crochets. So just go right down into that chain, grab a loop and pull it through. It's always a little hard to work into that first chain. And then once you've got the 2 loops on your hook, grab another one and pull them right through. So there's 2. I need a total of 8. That's one reason to leave a nice long tail, so you've got a little something to grab onto while you're trying to work all these stitches into this same chain. And as you're doing that, you may notice your chain kind of grows, and now we've got this kind of gaping hole here. Don't worry about that quite yet. Go ahead and get all of your single crochets in. I think I need 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wonderful. Then you can just take the tail that you left from your slip knot, and if you just kind of give that a nice gentle little tug, it'll close up that hole really nicely for you. Once you've got all 8 single crochets, just join your round together. So go into that first single crochet there, pull a loop through, and then pull that same loop through the loop already on your hook. Now that's it for this darker color, so I'm going to go ahead and snip that off, and you can go ahead and weave in your ends. I'm going to go on to the next step, and I'll come back and do my ends later. So then taking your other solid color, so for me that's my light pink, I'll tie a slip knot, get that on my hook, and I'm going to join into any one of these 8 single crochets. Doesn't matter which one at all. We'll pick this one. And you're going to join with a slip stitch. So once you've inserted your hook into the stitch, grab a loop, pull it through, and pull that same loop through the loop already on your hook. Then you're going to chain 3 and work 3 double crochets in the same stitch that you joined into. So yarn over, go right into that same stitch, pull a loop through 2, pull loop through 2. So that's 1 double crochet, 2, and there's the third. Now after you finish that one, I usually, you're going to let this loop off your hook, so I make it a little bigger just so I make sure I don't lose it, and then go into the top of your chain 3 that you did. We're counting that as our first double crochet. So go under the top of there, then grab your loop and pull the loop through the top of that chain 3. Okay, and that's our beginning popcorn stitch. Then you'll chain 3 and make a full popcorn stitch in the next one. So the full popcorn stitch is listed at the top of your pattern. Basically what it is you do 4 double crochets in the same stitch, 2, here's 3, and there's my 4th one. And then once you've got that, you're going to do the same thing we just did. Make that loop a little bigger so when you drop it off your hook you don't lose it. Go into the top of that first of those 4 double crochets, grab your loop, pull it right through, and that pulls that together into a little popcorn stitch. So I'm going to finish doing this all the way around. I should end up with 8 popcorn stitches and 8 of these little chain 3 spaces. And when I come back to the beginning of the round, I'll just join with a slip stitch as usual. Then I can finish off the pink, and I'm going to switch over to my variegated color, the Valentine yarn. And I'll come back and show you how to make all the big, beautiful petals. So now I've got my 8 little popcorn petals and 8 chain 3 spaces in between them. And I'm ready to add my variegated yarn. Again, that's called Valentine. That's where we get the name Valentine flower. And to any of these chain 3 spaces, just pick your favorite one. You're going to join with a single crochet. So you have your slip knot on your hook. Put that hook right underneath the chain space. Don't worry about trying to work into it. Grab a loop, pull it through. You've got 2 loops on your hook now, so grab another loop and pull it through both of those, and that counts as a single crochet. Now we're going to work a petal. We'll go into the next chain 1 space. So we'll chain 1, and then into this space you'll work 2 single crochets, 12 chain stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 2 more single crochets still in that same chain 3 space. So that's the beginning of our big loopy petal. Then you'll chain 1 and do the same in the next chain 3 space. Start with 2 single crochets, chain 12, (10, 11, 12), and then 2 single crochets in the same space again. So I'll continue doing this all the way around, working one of these loopy petals into each chain 3 space, and I'll come back and show you how to move on. So when you come back around to the beginning in your last little chain 3 space here, after you chain 12, you'll only work 1 more single crochet because this is the space where we joined, so we already have a single crochet there. So I'm just going to join that together with a slip stitch. All right, and that's the petal round 3. Looks a little wimpy right now, but don't worry, we're about to fix that. You'll slip stitch in the next chain 1 space, so that's right here, right over the popcorn stitch. Like a little slip stitch right there. And then into the middle of this loop, you're going to work the following stitches. You'll start with 5 half double crochets, so you'll yarn over. Just go right underneath that whole loop. Don't try to work into it, just right under the whole thing. Grab a loop, pull it through. You've got 3 loops on your hook at this point, and you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. That is a half double crochet. So we're going to do a total of 5 of those. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to work 5 double crochets. You may find as you're doing this that you need to kind of shimmy your stitches along the chain. That's perfectly fine. You can always shimmy them back if you squished them up too much. You work 5 doubles now. So yarn over, go right under the loop, pull a loop through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. We'll pull through 2 and then pull through the other 2, and that's your double crochet. So we need a total of 5 of those. 4 and 5, and then chain 2, and this is pretty much the top of your petal, so all those stitches we just did should take up about half of that chain 12 loop that we made. Yeah, that's about right. And then working down the other side, we'll do 5 double crochets and then 5 half double crochets, kind of graduating in size up and then down on each side of the petal. There's 4, 5 doubles, and then I'll show you the half double again. It's yarn over, go under the chain, pull loop through, and pull that loop through all 3 loops at the same time. So you can see the double is just ever so slightly taller than the half double, hence the name. There's 2 of those, 3, whoops. Let's try that one again. Sometimes the yarn will want to get away from you, and that's fine. So 4, and then here is our 5th half double crochet coming down the other side of the petal. Then you'll just slip stitch in the chain 1 space. Again, it's right there on top of the little popcorn stitch, and repeat all the way around. So your petals will go from this to this. So I'm going to do that all the way around, and then we've got 1 more round, and our big Valentine's flower will be finished. After round 4, you'll notice your flower starting to come into shape. We've only got 1 round left. I just joined here with a slip stitch when I got back to the beginning, and I'm ready to move on to round 5. Round 5 is very, very easy. You chain 1 and then slip stitch in the next stitch, and then repeat that all the way around. Chain 1, slip stitch in the top of the next stitch, chain 1, slip stitch. So we'll do that all the way around. It gives you kind of a nice little zigzaggy sort of pattern around the edge of your petals. So, and then once you do that all the way around, just join it together and then weave in your ends, and you'll be absolutely done with your big, beautiful Valentine's flower. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you've got any questions, please do ask them in the comments below. And in the description, you will find the pattern and the materials that I used for this project. Thanks for watching, guys.
And this is the 3rd part, which we're going to do the edging round. So at the end of row 13, so what that is to just go between these 2 shells and go into that space right there and work a single crochet like that.